Hello, movie enthusiasts! Welcome to FilmBitsy. So there's this writer named Ellie Conway. She's pretty quiet and loves writing spy stories. Right now, she's almost done with her 5th book about a character, but she's hit a wall with her writing because her mom gave her some feedback that messed with her head. Anyway, Ellie's heading on a train to visit her mom and dad Barry, but guess what? She gets into this crazy situation where someone's trying to attack her, but luckily a guy named Aiden Wilde, who turns out to be a real-life spy, swoops in and saves her. Aiden tells Ellie that there's this shady group called the Division who's after her because they think her books can predict the future. Weird, right? So Aiden suggests they team up and go to England to figure out how to stop these bad guys. So after making it to London, Ellie and Aiden start digging around for this thing called a master key. But things get even more complicated when Ellie starts to suspect that Aiden might not be entirely on her side. So she does what any smart person would do in that situation. She calls her parents for backup. But here's the kicker: when her parents show up, Aiden drops a bombshell. He reveals that Ellie's own mom and dad are actually part of the Division. They manage to escape to France, where they meet Alfie Solomon, a former CIA agent, and here's where things really start to unravel. Turns out the character Ellie's been writing about is not entirely made up. In fact, Ellie herself is deeply involved in this whole spy world. Her real name isn't Ellie Conway, it's Rachel Kyle. Ellie was captured and brainwashed by the Division 5 years back. They messed with her head so much that she started believing her own parents were actually operatives in this shady organization. No wonder she's been writing about spies all this time she's been living it. So all those stories she's been penning, they're not just fiction. Even Aiden, the spy who saved her, turns out to be a character from her own imagination. And now, with her latest book, Ellie was on the brink of revealing the big secret to the world. The whereabouts of the elusive master key that could expose the Division once and for all. Aiden and Rachel head to the Arabian Peninsula to get their hands on the master key. The Division shows up and catches them red-handed. They're hauled back to the Division's base. Ritter goes and shoots Aiden right in front of her. But Aiden's not down for the count. Ritter shot him in spots that won't kill him. Meanwhile, Rachel manages to locate Alfie and tries to send him the master key. Later, with Aiden back on his feet, the two of them go full-on action, fighting their way through the Division stronghold. It's the kind of scene that'll have you glued to your seat. Ritter tries to put a stop to their plan to expose the Division. But Rachel's cat attacks him and scratches out Ritter's eyes, giving them the chance they need to escape. Outside, they discover the Division's base isn't just any old building, but it's a ship. And with the help of a satellite connection, they finally get the master key where it needs to go. Ruth has a hidden trigger code that forces Rachel to turn against Aiden. Another spy named Kira, a long-lost ally who was thought to be dead, steps in and saves them. Aiden blows up the Division's headquarters, and Rachel decides to get back to her writing gig, putting out the last book in the Argylle series, but just when she thinks she's done with all the spy drama, reality throws her another curveball. The character she thought was entirely fictional, Aubrey Argylle, steps out from the shadows, revealing himself to be very much real. She gets totally shocked and confused. And just when you think it's all over, there's a surprise waiting after the credits roll. Don't miss out on more videos like this by subscribing and turning on notifications. Thanks for watching.